What's happening? We're just flirting.
We were all very young and there was no money. And we didn't have trailers or anything like that. We sat on milk crates while there were big lighting changes. It's very different to how things are these days, where you get these trailers with pop out this and pop out that, you know. I was 20 when I made this film, even though I was playing 16 or something. But I had known Nicole probably since I was about 16, but that really solidified our friendship. That's where we really sort of got to hang out and talk, and we had lots of friends in common before that, and so we would see each other here and there. But that was where our friendship truly blossomed.
You're playing a dangerous game here. If you're trying to blackmail me, it's not gonna work.
I mean, David Lynch, he's just such a great man and become one of my life mentors. Just a happy, decent, imaginative, kooky guy. People would walk around with their little notebooks and take down the quotes that would come out of him. Like, everything is quotable, pretty much. I wish I'd done that, because there were some real, you know, fantastic ones. I had done 10 years of auditioning. No one was giving me the break, you know, and it was always a case of you could barely get eye contact with the person that you were reading for, or a handshake or anything. So I'd been, you know, doing it for so long and reshaping myself, thinking, oh, this is what they want. I need to be funny, or I need to be this, and then actually showing nothing of myself. And David just sort of got rid of all of that insecurity in me and just looked me in the eye and took me in. I'll never forget it. I really wasn't sure if I should do it, because I'd just come from Mulholland Drive, and this was a commercial movie. Although I liked the script and the ideas, I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do. I'd seen so many actors come in and do something great and then get seduced to going in the wrong direction, and because of, you know, impure reasons, and then it sort of, you know, can just go away. But Gore Verbinski and the great producers, this was a good team of people, and it turned out really well for me. It was a great experience.
I want to kill him.
You want to kill him?
I'm gonna kill Jack Jordan. I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch.
It's funny because Alejandro came to visit me on the set of The Ring. It just so happened I was down the well that day, and they came in, and I thought, oh no, you know, for meetings you're supposed to look, you know, put together, and it couldn't have been better. Who knew?
I tried to tell you. I just didn't know how to tell you.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
I remember that scene at the door where he tells me he has my husband's heart, and I had to freak out and hit him. And there were no stage slaps involved with Sean Penn. He needed to be hurt. I remember walking away from that scene and having the imprint of my sweater, you know, deeply, you know, into the wrist, and because I'd been hitting him so hard, like just throwing punches at him, and yeah, he's intense. I remember the first day on the set, there must have been 80 people in the scene. It was a gigantic, massive wide shot with cameras moving, and I just remembered Peter Jackson being so focused on every tiny detail and being so surprised because it was this gigantic shot. Right away, I just thought, wow, this guy's impressive. The green screen stuff was very hard, though, I have to say, and physically so draining. Basically, yeah, we were in this sort of tug of war thing, and I fell backwards, and I was sort of the energy of me pulling and other people pulling me sent me back, and there was this sort of big crevasse, like a 6 foot wide ditch, and I just fell straight in. And I remember sort of blacking out. All I could think about was my dress is above my head. And people are looking at my underwear, I'm sure. It was pretty scary. All the stuff that we shot in the water, which was pretty much the first month of filming. Tom Holland, who played my young son, loved it. He's 14 at the time. For him, it was like going to a really good water park. For me, it was not fun. And you really were suffering underwater and, struggling to breathe and gulping in great volumes of water. So it was difficult. But every time you felt yourself wanting to get out of the water and just complain and say, I've had enough, you would cast your mind back to that day in 2004 where it really happened and people, were losing family members, and it was just awful. And so to be a part of this story that made people remember how catastrophic and huge it was a good thing.
Hey, you're beautiful and you're talented, and I'm lucky to have you.
Birdman, pressure, excitement, collaboration. It was almost an impossible challenge to take on. If one person fell down, everyone would go with them. But at the same time, on the flip side, if we were all in synchronized perfection, then it was like winning a race constantly. You were just high-fiving each other and going, yes! But sometimes that would take the whole day just to achieve that one shot that worked to the level of precision that Alejandro wanted. I mean, there were so many things that had to go just exactly right for those shots to work.